In my coaching and mentoring program, one of the things that we talk about that contributes to burnout is our attachment styles. And I want to talk about one particular aspect with you. And that aspect comes up with the fearful avoidant attachment style. That's also known as disorganized attachment. And it turns out that lots of us who are therapists have that attachment style, and there's a reason why that makes sense. So, attachment styles exist on a continuum, and we all have attachment styles. And one of the things that often happens with anxious attachment and with fearful avoidant attachment is that as children, we are parentified. And part of the dynamic that we learn as kids is that to be close to somebody is to take care of their needs. Sometimes we get really good at intuiting needs. We get really good at anticipating. We get good at reading moods and reactions. All of these things are really helpful when we're growing up to help create a sense of connection and to minimize painful or difficult situations as much as possible. So even with just that little snapshot, it's really easy to see how then in order to help ourselves as kids, we're cultivating the kind of skills that make it really, that are therapist skills. Good therapists know how to sense what is going on with the person that they're helping. It can help create a sense of attunement for the client and really help the relationship. And when we are looking at longevity, being a therapist, or the stresses associated with being a therapist, this can obviously become really problematic. So the fearful avoidant attachment style oftentimes feels close to other people by being there for them and attuning to the other person without actually being seen themselves. When it comes to burnout, then there's a couple of different threads that are feeding into the experience of burnout. And one of those threads is that the taking care of other people is, a old experience that was done to protect oneself, but is oftentimes coming with a lot of stress today. What's also true is when we're in these old behavior patterns where as a kid we got our needs met for closeness, for safety, for connection, and then that's playing out in our adult life and in our adult role as a therapist. So we need to become really conscious of when that is happening and how that is happening. Because ultimately, in my experience, for myself and the people that I help, not being conscious of those kinds of patterns are a big part of what's going on underneath the surface that ends up leading to burnout for a lot of therapists. Now, that can be healed, that can be worked through. It is a long process to do that. And it's really important to be done. Not only can it help you heal burnout, but it can also improve all of your relationships in your life.